Let me show you how to make the best damn cinnamon rolls you ever had, because I promise once you've had these, you won't want anything else. Hey, what's up? My name is Chase Andy, and welcome to the channel. If you don't know, I'm on a mission to see the world and experience every possible cuisine along the way. I love food, I love to cook, and the art of it. So follow me on my journey of seeing the world and tasting all the many different flavors and foods it has to offer. So subscribe, because we're going to make plenty of memories on this blissful ride. If you've ever had cinnamon rolls, you know how good they can be. They have a crusty outside with a warm cinnamony inside, with an icing that is creamy, sweet, and delicious. But in today's video, I'm not gonna only show you how to make a better cinnamon roll, but the best damn cinnamon roll you've ever had. To start our cinnamon rolls, we're going to need to make a dough, so let's do just that. To a bowl, we're going to add 4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of white sugar, and then add in 1 teaspoon of salt. Take your whisk, mix these together, and keep whisking until thoroughly combined. Once combined, add in room temperature soft butter, and yes, it has to be room temperature. Not cold or melted, but room temperature butter. Once added, mix in first with your hands and then combine together with a stand mixer or with a whisk. It's important to note that at this specific point, if you have a stand mixer, this is when you want to break it out. I personally don't, so I'm hoping that my forearm isn't on fire after I mix the dough together. Once you have these whisked in, we're going to start on the wet ingredients for the dough. Place a saucepan and place it on low, extremely low heat, and we're going to warm up some milk. Place a cup of milk on the stove and let it warm up for 5 to 10 minutes or until it reaches 105 degrees Fahrenheit. When done, take it off and let cool for about 10 to 25 seconds, and then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients for the dough. To that same saucepan, we're going to add in 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast and let this mix in. The difference in active yeast compared to instant yeast is the size and timing it takes to rise. Instant yeast is perfect here because it takes less time to rise and it's a lot smaller than active yeast. So yeah. Once mixed in, you're going to add in your milk mixture to the bowl of flour. Let this thoroughly incorporate, and then we're going to add in our eggs. To that same bowl, we're going to add in eggs one at a time and add 3 whole eggs. Once mixed thoroughly, take it out and place it on a lightly floured surface, and we're going to roll or knead our dough mixture. Knead the dough for about 3 to 4 minutes or until smooth enough where you can see your fingerprint in it and it slowly begins to rise. Once done, place it in a big, and yes I do mean big, bowl that is lightly covered in oil. Wrap it with plastic wrap and place it on top of your fridge for an hour. It's best if it's done for more than 1 hour, preferably for 3 to 4 to 5 hours. But I know if you're watching this video, you want cinnamon rolls today, so resting for that long probably isn't going to happen. While the dough is rising, we're going to work on our filling, or cinnamon mixture in this case. To a bowl, we're going to add in 1 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and a pinch of nutmeg. But wait, it's one more ingredient I want to show you that will take your cinnamon rolls from being just a little bit ordinary to more unique in a sense. You're going to freshly grate some hazelnut or sprinkle some hazelnut into your mixture so that it takes it from traditional to a very unique and delicious cinnamon roll. Whisk this together until thoroughly combined and then set aside as we wait for our cinnamon rolls to keep rising. Once the dough has risen or doubled in size, take it out of the bowl and place on a floured surface. Roll the dough out into a rectangular-like shape with about 1 inch of thickness. It should be the size of about 4 sheets of paper and the thickness of the very tip of your fingernail. Once there, you're going to begin to spread your filling. Using soft room temperature butter, spread it an even layer of butter on the surface to make sure our filling sticks. Then place an even and heavy amount of filling all over the surface of the dough. Spread this out with a dull butter knife or an icing spatula if you have one, just to make sure everything is even. After spreading, roll the dough towards you. When making cinnamon rolls, it's important to keep 2 things in mind: tightness and touching. When rolling the cinnamon rolls, we want them tight, but not too tight, because if they are a little too tight, that means that the center will rise while the base stays relatively flat in the baking dish. We also want them to touch because the touching of the cinnamon rolls allows it to have a circular, perfect shape for the cinnamon rolls. So remember, tightness and touching. Once the dough is rolled, you're going to take a wet bread knife and slice the dough into 2-inch thick pieces and place them in a baking dish very close in proximity. Wrap the dish in plastic and let them rise again on top of the fridge for an hour or until visibly much bigger. Once the cinnamon rolls have risen, place them in a preheated oven of 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes or until they have browned and cooked perfectly. While these are baking, we're going to work on our icing. To a bowl, you're going to add in 1 cup of cream cheese and mix this in until smooth. Once there, add in 1 cup of powdered sugar. If you don't have powdered sugar, take a blender and literally blend some sugar and you get powdered sugar. It's that simple. But once that's mixed in, you're going to add in 3 to 5 tablespoons of milk. If you like runny icing, you're going to want to use closer to 5 tablespoons of milk. After that's mixed in, you're going to add in 1 whole vanilla bean or 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, we're going to add in a few non-traditional ingredients as well. To that same bowl, you're going to add in 1/4 of a melted white chocolate bar. And finally, we're going to add in a touch of orange zest. The zest will really balance out the sugar profile and give us a nice orange undertone for our buns. Once thoroughly mixed in, set to the side until our cinnamon rolls are done. And just like that, we made the best damn cinnamon rolls you ever taste. They are sweet and soft and made with a few extra ingredients that you didn't know you needed. Until next time, enjoy your dessert from Chase Andy. Click the subscribe button in the menu and click to my right for many more videos you definitely will enjoy.